All right, so this is a mostly very requested video, and I'm going to give you step by step how it is done. How do I create a faceless YouTube channel, especially one that will be professionally done and bring in a lot of views? That's what we're going to be talking about today. And I'm going to be showing you a few of my projects that I have done, YouTube channels, by the way. I have done faceless videos on, so that you see where, more like you see the output of this process and how I go about doing it. All right. If you're in for this, then don't go anywhere. No face, no problem. You don't want to show your face, not a problem at all. You can still create stunning videos that are educational, fun, entertaining, with just stock footages, images, video clips, of course, from websites. I'm going to show you all of where to get that in this video. There are different types of faceless YouTube channels, right? There's this type, like ALOX. I love ALOX a lot. I love this process as well. There's also this type, which is more of African themed and all that, AI generated. I'm going to do a video on this specifically in another video. There's also this one where you can just do more like, your, what they call that now? You do like your PowerPoint, like PowerPoint presentations, and then you speak over it, okay? But in this particular video, we're going to concentrate on the first one, which is you creating videos from stock images and video clips that are free, that you can use online. So let's go step by step. Number one, of course, creating faceless YouTube channels is a very effective way to start off your career as a content creator without having to show your face, especially if you don't need to show your face, either because of your personality or what you do, or for some other reasons, or just for the fun of it, really, right? Now, you don't need to put up your face there. You don't need to say this is my channel in that sense, and their channel will still blow, right? I mean, it was better off than some years ago when YouTube was clamping down on simulated content in that sense. So the first thing you have to do, first of all, is to know the topic that you want to create content on. I mean, that's a no-brainer. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to educate people? You want to do a tutorial? You want to do a technology hack? You want to do motivational talk? Just whatever it is. Is it a lifestyle tip? Whatever it is, you have to first of all know what it is and decide on the topic or a title for that video. For instance, you want to create 5 ways to create a chicken peri-peri recipe, right? So you need to be sure of exactly what topic you're going to create, and of course what niche. Like this chicken peri-peri now is a topic I have just given you, but is in cooking niche. So you need to be sure of those, both of them, your topic and the niche that you're trying to create content on. Next thing, of course, is for you to now decide the content, the actual content of this video. So you decided on the topic, you know what you want to talk about. So what is it that you're going to talk about in full? That's what it is. So you're going to write your script, right? Write your script or your bullet point. I do bullet points, right? So that way I look at the bullet point and I know what I'm going to talk about there, which is also why it's good to do content in a topic area that you're familiar with, that you have experience in, right? So you're going to write your full script, however you want to do it, and make sure that it's very important so you can guide your voiceover when you're ready, in that sense. Also, you are going to make sure that when you're writing your script, write it in a way that you can break the sections down into smaller chunks so that you don't speed up narration or choke on your words in that sense. So, create them in a way that you can pause and continue. You can pause and continue. Do you understand? And it will also make it very clear and straight to the point for those who are going to be listening to you. So your narration is smooth and all of that. Of course, the next step is you going to source for your royalty-free stock images and video clips. They have to be copyrighted free. They have to be free from copyright. And I'm going to show you the platforms you're going to find them. Now, once you have the script ready, so you now know what kind of images you need. If it's a cooking tutorial, you're going to be looking for videos for maybe a video showing a chicken pot, showing casseroles, showing vegetables being cut. And so you know the kind of images that you're going to be looking for on these platforms. And the platforms you're going to use, there are a lot of them. There's Pixabay. Pixabay has quite some videos and images you can use. There's Unsplash. You can use Unsplash as well. You can also use Pixels. Pixels is my own recommendation for you to use. Pixel serves it for me. I mean, it has a library of a lot of free images to use, and all of these platforms you can use their images without being afraid. And on Pixels as well, you don't have images or video clips that have watermark on them and all that. Even the way you're using these images, you're advised to support the creators and all that. You're going to see it on the platform when you get there. I've given you the platforms to go. Now, next thing, of course, you go on those platforms and search for the relevant pictures or video clips that you need. Now, I would say if you want to use images, focus on images for this particular video. If you want to use video clips, focus on video clips for these images. Because with video clips, you can still do some text overlays in some places and then import the videos in some places. Even for pictures, you can use text overlays in some parts of the scenes and use your pictures in the other part of the scenes. You know, whatever works, but I don't think that combining videos and pictures and text, really works so well. But I mean, creativity, we can do what works for you. But I haven't really seen that happen, have I? I'm not sure, but these are things to think about. Okay, now download as many videos as you can. Now remember that by the time well, sometimes too, I take time to do my voice narration first before I create these images. It depends on what works for you, right? So sometimes I go ahead and script. After scripting, I voice my script. Then I go ahead to start looking for these footages on these platforms. But I'm also doing the other way around. You can find your footages, have them arranged, then you go do your voicing. If you download your stock images, organize them according to how the topic is going to flow or how the scenes are going to flow. That way it's easier for you. Then you go right ahead to start recording your voice. This is where you need to pay attention. Do your voiceover like this. For the best quality audio, you already know, you can't just go and start talking. No, you need a quiet room. Either you need all the children to have slept before you do it. See, I still have some videos on my timeline that I'm going to post on the YouTube channel that I haven't voiced over. The editing is done, but I haven't voiced over because I haven't found time in a quiet time, usually at night from maybe 1 a.m. to do the voiceover for those videos so that I can finally export them. So it's a real thing. You have to pay attention to when there is calmness. Actually, if you live in a country like mine where is either the generator on somewhere or a factory is hitting something or a church is singing somewhere, you have to make sure that you find the quiet time to do this voiceover. And also, it's advised to use a good microphone. Microphones like Blue Yeti, like what is the other one I like? Rode. You can buy them, attach them to your camera to use so that your voice is more amplified. But see, if you're using a mobile phone like I'm using, like I love to use, I just invest in buying good quality mobile phones because it's handy, it's easy, right? And it still works well here. Like this video, does it look like it's not professional? So if you use a handheld like a mobile phone, you can also invest in those mobile phones that already have inbuilt microphones. There are a few mobile phones that they are already they're already made for content creators. Like this particular camera I'm using now, it is a phone, right? It's a mobile phone, and I'm not using any kind of microphone at all. In fact, my audio I have seen is higher than normal YouTube recommended audio. Because when I try to amplify it, it becomes even louder, right? So yes, you can invest in mobile phones like this. This is a Techno Camon 30. So there are also other platforms. There's also another one I used to use before this one, which was also my husband's own, Infinix Note 11. So these are companies that are also producing phones that are a bit budget friendly, but with great features for content creation creators. So if you're starting out small, you're a small YouTuber, you're wondering, oh, how am I going to get Blue Yeti and all that? No worry, just use this one. I'm not attaching anything on myself, and you can hear me, right? And my camera is not like, even if I put it at far away, like where my door is right now, I'll still be hearing it properly. That's how powerful the internal microphone is. So you can invest in gadgets like that. There are softwares you can use to also make your voice better, like Audacity. I used to use Audacity when I used to edit mostly on my lap on this laptop. I usually, oh, not on this laptop, my other laptop. I always have had a thing for ease. Like I started out doing YouTube videos with my with doing all my editing on my laptop and everything. I still do, but I find that I go back to just optimize my video and all that. Look at certain analytics on my laptop now. I really use my phone for everything, right? But I used to use Audacity at that time to make my voice better. You can also use Adobe Audition, but it's a paid version. It's a paid software to enhance your sound quality, right? Then you go ahead and record your scripts, the same way. But see, I use my video recorder, this same video recorder, I place it on a surface. So I put on my video like I'm recording and I place it on a surface. So it blacks out. You get? So it blacks out. You know why? Instead of using your audio recorder, some video software platform that you're going to use may not be able to accept the audio. You will have a hard time trying to, format and all that may not match. And you may need to go back to using an audio software first to edit, then all that. Some softwares also allow you put your audio in the audio section of your timeline, then put the video on the video. But I feel it's a bit complicated. But if it's not, go ahead and do that. But I'm talking to somebody who has just their phone to record. Put your phone on a surface. Make sure that there are no sounds, like your laptop sound. If your laptop is in front of you and you're putting your phone, your laptop has sounds. It might affect the sound. So keep it in a place that nothing else is going to, add to the noise, right? And then go ahead and voice your script. Go ahead and voice your script, right? Yeah, so there are recording tools you can also use, like I mentioned, Audacity. There's also GarageBand. Yeah, and that's for people who use Mac, right? And other ones, yeah. And when you place your camera, if you're using your mobile phone on the surface, it is black. So the advantage that it gives you an MP4 format file. So when you put it on like InShot or CapCut, it takes it like it is a video, right? So you don't need to put audio first, then an overlay of video, and then start trying to sync them. You get what I mean? Life easy, right? Remember that my focus on this channel is to give you opportunities and you grab them easily, because I am an advocate and I'm a living example of making money from who you are, doing the work you love, right? So anyhow you need to do this work you love in a way that it won't stress you and give you the best returns. That's what I'll give you on this channel, right? Go ahead and make sure that your narration is clear and pace well, so that the visuals or the video clips you've downloaded will match with your voice. Speak naturally, be excited, be natural, make the person listening to you. Think about radio dramas of those days. They used to do radio dramas where you just listen to the radio, but you can get everything that's happening. So you're playing the scenes more in your mind imagination. That same way, even though you're going to have visuals, imagine that you're just speaking to an audio audience, and so you have to be animated, you have to be fun, right? And then the next thing after recording your audio, of course, is go ahead and edit it. Now, because you've already formatted this file in MP4 on your phone, it's easy to upload it to an InShot or a CapCut and break off where there are or where anything is a mistake. Then when you have a full script that is clean, right, I usually will export it, then import it, then start placing the videos and the text and the images depending on what you're working with. That's for mobile phone. And when you're editing your audio, pay attention to make sure you remove noise. Almost every editing platform has a noise reduction feature. Make sure you reduce noise, increase volume if you need to. smooth out transitions and all that. There are free tools you can use. Also, improve the quality of your voice using the EQ, which is the equalizer. It's very important to edit your audio first so that you can remove technical errors and all that, so that you don't have an issue when you're now placing the clips or your footages. This is very important. And when I'm done, I will usually export it so that it's in one place. It's no longer in bits and pieces. It's in one place so that when I import it into the software, it's easy for me to just go ahead and worry with placing the clips or the footages without having to battle with the audio as well. Okay, so you choose a video editing software, put them together. There are some I can recommend. DaVinci Resolve is free. Is a professional grade. If you're someone who is like you're ready to tech and all that, you're wondering why is she talking about InShot and beginner kind of software. Go ahead, use DaVinci Resolve. Is nice. Or use Filmora. I have played with Filmora a lot in the past, but when I found InShot and CapCut, girl, I settled there because all that. Filmora is also easy to use. It's also budget friendly. And of course, the Oga of the room. I don't know whether it's Oga, but I hear a lot of people use that. The Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, it's also paid and it's professional. So, yeah, for that's for professionals and all that. Then it's now time to import your files. If you have chosen your software at this point, one tip you need to remember when you're placing at this point, you're not placing the video clips or the footages on the audio. Make sure that you're leaving the video clips or the images long enough for the person listening to understand or get the message of what you're saying, right? So that will what will determine how you space them out throughout the video. Very important. Now you can also add transitions, things that make it move, animate them. Use the tools on the editing software to make them really fun and eye catchy and keep interest. Remember to add text. It's very important to break the flow and keep concentration and explain certain things. It helps a lot in this type of video. The next thing to consider after this part is the music and effects, right? So if there are some places that you just dropped a bomb, not a bomb. If there are places you just dropped like nuggets, you can put some ding dong, like cat moving, like oh my god, all of this kind of effect, they are all there. See, a lot of them. I encourage people to use a lot of effects because not a lot, but in that sense, and use effects because they are there for the using, right? You'll be sure that some things you want to communicate will come out even better with effects. I try to use them a lot of times. I change voices. I use narrations. I of course use the animations, the movements, the transitions. Very important. Please use them and also add music. Look for the platforms and look for music that are labeled free, copyrighted, please, before you use. Don't assume that because the music is on the platform on that platform that they are all for your use. No. You may discover that at the point you're uploading your video, YouTube is processing it, you're gonna see copyrights. And you don't want that. Okay, so make sure that the music is labeled free copyrighted music before you can choose to use them. And yes, you can find music, a few of them on InShot. You can subscribe to Epidemic Sound. A lot of creators use that as well. And also YouTube audio library. Even though I haven't really figured out how to use YouTube audio library because I don't know at what point should how do I upload it to be able to use it before I haven't figured that out. If you know how to use that YouTube audio library, let me know in the comment section, okay? Now, also make sure that the music you're using is not going to be louder than your voice. Please don't make that mistake. Then finally, when you're done and everything is okay, you watch it again from the beginning to the end, and if you're good, make sure you also add your call to actions like subscribe, add some things that will make people to engage with your video. And then export your video on that platform. Make sure it's MP4 format. Yes, that's the format you need to upload on YouTube. Make sure you export on your 1080p format at least, or 2K or 4K. Remember, when you're done, you still have to compress it. Use a video compressor. I use a video compressor on my phone that reduces the bulk of, like, if my video comes out to like 2 gig after I'm done with editing it, that compressor will bring it back to about 200 megabytes. It brings it down to less than 90%, less than 80%. right? Without reducing the quality of the video or anything. Yeah, so you need a video compressor to now compress it, because if you try to upload a video of two gig on YouTube, first of all, it's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take about 2 gig of your internet, and the person, if you finally succeed, the person watching it as well, the person is going to spend about 2 gig of internet to be able to watch it. So you see, it doesn't work for anybody. That's not how creators do it. If not, we won't be pumping videos back to back like this. Download the video compressor that you can use to shrink your video or compress it without losing the quality. I've done a video showing the particular one I use. Check out the video here. I'll link it up here. 1080 above gives you a very good resolution and HD and all that. Then you go ahead and upload your video on YouTube on the channel of choice. Okay. Also make sure that when you upload your video, you add a good title, you add a description to that video. That's the way it can be found. Also make sure that you put relevant tags that the video needs and all that. Also ask ChatGPT as well. If you use ChatGPT to generate your script a bit, to suggest titles, you have to give it the information it needs about this video, so it can give you some ideas of tags, keywords, description, copy that you can use. You can now tweak it and write it properly and use. That way you work faster if it doesn't come naturally with you or before you, right? So make sure that you can use AI to assist you. AI is here to stay. So you can use ChatGPT to generate your video description, video tags, keywords, even an idea of what your thumbnail is supposed to look like. A copy for your thumbnail in relation to the title of the video. ChatGPT will give you all of those ideas. So go ahead and use it. Add your own creativity to it and bring out something really pristine and premium. Right now, you go ahead and add a thumbnail to that video. When you're uploading your video, please upload it in unlisted until you're done adding the tags, the keyword, the description, the thumbnail. Then you can now make it public. This is very, very important as well. Then go ahead. For your thumbnail, you can use Canva to create it, or Adobe Spark if you're more professional like Pro. You Canva to create your thumbnail and then upload it. Your thumbnail is very important. Your thumbnail and your titles are, I know you can't negotiate them. Your thumbnail is the billboard of this video, and your title is the findability, is how people are going to find the video. So you have to be very catchy and all that. And then after you're done and everything looks good, you make your video public and publish. Okay, go ahead and also promote your video. Please, when you're promoting your video, don't take your video link to share to people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Instead, you can tell people to go to your channel, tell them the name of your channel, or give them the link of your channel, not the link of the video. I know why I'm saying this. It will help you. It will help the algorithm to work for you without truncating what it's doing. If you begin to share your links. First of all, the platforms you're going to put them don't even want those links. They want you to post your video also on their platforms like Facebook. They want you to put the video, not the link. So they're not going to push it. So the algorithm on YouTube is going to get angry and feel like, oh, what do you think you're doing? This is my job you're trying to do and all that. This is my personal experience, okay? And yes, if there's anything I forgot, let me know in the comment section by the time you're trying it out so that I can, guide you, ask questions. I'm always here. Reach out to me at any time. Watch out for the video where I'm going to do how you make faceless videos using AI generated content. That's going to be amazing as well. Look out for that video. I'll come back to you again very soon. Please stay working. Go create a faceless YouTube channel. And please tag me when you created this video using these steps so that I can also reshare. Okay, let's support each other this year. I'm looking to promote your video on my community tab when you create it. So let me know. Let's promote each other. Please follow my channel. If you watched up to this point, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't joined the family. And I'll see you in my next video. All right, bye.